Owl now brown cow. Owl now brown cow.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
New York, right?
That's right. That's right. We back, baby. 249. Everything is fine.
249 and everything is fine. The JB and Billy Blue Review, episode 249. Welcome. 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 All right. To the newbies, we appreciate you. To our faithfuls. Yes. All right, man. You know we love y'all to death. Right, I am your boy J Blue, J Blue. I might as well be. I'm J Blue with the hat on today. So I am your boy JB. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the man to my immediate side here, left, right, side to side, whatever. It don't matter. This guy over here, right? His name is Benny. You know what I'm saying? Benny Blue. We out here. You know what I'm saying? It's JB and Benny Blue Review. We are repping the set all day, every day. Episode 249. Feeling fine, Benny. What is going on in La La Land right now, bro?
Tell you what, a lot of things are going on apparently because the Lakers are making a move. So we're gonna get into it with a little Suns talk out to the desert, some NBA trade deadline. We got a special guest coming on with us, and plus we got to do some NFL, Super Bowl, and a whole lot of mo.
But in the meantime, in between time, you know what I'm saying? This is how we do this. You know what I'm saying? You want to follow us on our personal IGs, of course, at 73KGAB73, and as always, at Benny Blue Eyes. Right? All of our social media platforms. At JB and Benny Blue, all of them, every one of them. Of course, TikTok, right? You know what I'm saying? We put a lot of our snippets up, you know what I'm saying, of current events, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. We want to keep you guys laced with that good content, right? Abreast, right? Or two. I prefer two. All right, available at casualsports.com. All right, live streaming in the Valley of the Sun, the host of the Super Bowl 57, Benny, is that right? 57?
Yes, that'd be correct if Roman numerals serve correctly. That is
Super Bowl 57. Yes, sir.
Maybe real quick. We have a request from Earl. I don't even know what he even told us to say. We told listen. Apparently, Casual Sports is the hottest internet radio thing on the web. That's what it is. That's what he's asked us to say. Hottest internet radio channel in sports entertainment.
Why wouldn't it be?
You know, that's Earl. Send us the official copy. Send us a promo. And we got you.
You know, we'll cut
CasualSports.com, the hottest sports internet radio in Phoenix and the entire globe.
You gotta say it's CasualSports.com, the hottest radio show in the world. The world.
If you see Earl at Super Bowl press row, he will beg you for an interview.
That was not a balloon from China. That was the CasualSports.com balloon flying over the entire United States, dropping the nice signal for all the good people out there. Yeah, man, CasualSports.com.
The hottest internet radio station on the web, live, CasualSports.com. Thank you, Mitch.
Okay, great job. Okay, so
very good, very good. Speaking of us, JB.
Yeah, speaking of us, right? Talking about us, you hear these melodious voices, right? Subscribe to patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue for one damn $1.
Yeah.
And you can get this podcast form, you know what I'm saying, to hear our great voices when you're riding in your whip, you know what I'm saying, when you're taking those trips, you know what I'm saying, truckers out there love us, you know what I'm saying, we talk that real shit, you know what I mean? It's like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue. $1, man. That's all it needs. All right, Valley Boys Association Clothing. Oh, you know they need some gear because the Valley Boys Association Clothing.com, you know what I'm saying, as you see I got on right here, you know what I'm saying? Podcast 22 at final checkout, you get 20% off. Period.
Yes.
Don't matter what you get. You know what I'm saying? So go show the boys Zach and Cody some love, man. Y'all still, you know what I'm saying, got to get with us. I know y'all busy, but y'all got to take care of the fam. You know what I'm saying? Got to take care of the family lamb. All right, you need a whip? New, used, don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's timtobuy.com, right? You know what I'm saying? He can take care of you. You want a discount or you just want to get hooked up because he's going to hook you up anyway, but he'll hook you up for real if you text review to 515-444-7003. Check him out on It's Tim to Buy on Instagram, man. You know what I'm saying? See people holding up the strap. I mean, they won, baby. You know what I'm saying? Sponsorships, hate mail, new music. It don't fucking matter. All right. JB and Benny Review at gmail.com. That's how you get in touch with us. You know what I'm saying? That's how we can hear you, see you, listen, whatever, bro. If you got it going on, Tim, what's going on, Brody? All day, every day. Holler at us, man, if you got it going on. And again, I always say, because I like to give people opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to put themselves out there like that. If you feel like you're a guest that got something shit cracking, hey, let us know. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be the judge of that.
Well, yeah.
But mind you, it's our show. You know what I'm saying? So you can't come out here. You don't come here making no goddamn demands. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Hey, just like Dr. T did, drop a comment or a question now. Listen, man, NBA trade deadline is tomorrow. There was already a big-ass trade that we're going to get into that happened just before we got on these live
breaking news, right? Kermit the Frog here, right?
Right. speaking of breaking news, we got our young man on the pulse. He is our guy, the one, the only money making Mitchell Hughes is here. That's right.
Oh, yes.
Claps ready. Oh,
that's the guy. This is the guy. This is the guy. All right. This is the guy right here. This guy.
Yes. Down wherever you may be looking. Mitch, how are you doing there in parts unknown, our friend?
I am doing great. For the first time, I finally have actual internet instead of my cell phone service.
Hey, look at the claps back. Bring the claps back.
Hey, won't he do it, Mitch? Right now,
won't he do it?
I know you don't. I know you don't know what the hell that means. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not, hip to black church culture, but that means that the Lord, yes, is able. Yes,
yeah. Oh my God! Well, Mitch, you're here, and we're waiting on our delightful guest. Hopefully, he'll be joining us here any second. But again, we are going to be getting into some Suns talk, NBA trade deadline. We have some special awards that may harken back to a category and a segment that you reviewers, you OG reviewers, may be familiar with, just with an NFL twist, courtesy of JB's mind. And, of course, the Super Bowl, including a little patented edition of JB's burning that he's going to get to. But in the spirit of the NBA, JB, while we wait for our guest to join us on the stream, give the reviewers your overall feeling of where the Suns are at currently. They are 30-26. They are 5th in the West, but the West changes with every gust of wind. But how do you feel about your Suns approaching the deadline, sir?
Well, the good thing about it is that, we don't need anything, right? Westbrook to Utah, that's right, Tim. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a good thing. It's a good thing or bad thing for y'all, to be honest. But
you might not be there.
So where the Suns are right now, in my opinion, is that we are trending upward, right? Point guard is back. We just got D-Book, off of his rest, from I think the hammy, been bothering him, kind of nagging him. But we got him back, Of course, we kind of put him on a pitch count right now. I watched him play the other night. They had a good win. And so they're doing well. And me, Benny, I don't really start talking about basketball, really thinking about basketball until after the All-Star break, right? So it's coming up. So it's about that time, right? It's about that time, for us to start to get more focused on basketball. And we get excited about basketball. Reviewers, please don't think we don't really fuck with basketball like that. That's why we bring on, people like the guests that we have today so we can make sure we can get a professional opinion about it, Shout out to Flex. We know you're busy, man, but we look to get you back, man. Hey, has anybody heard from Sean?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know Sean has obligations on Wednesday night, so when we shift our night and the frequency of the show, perhaps one greasy Sean McConnell will be able to join us in the not too distant future. But Mitch, that's JB's assessment. You being out there in the greater desert area,
listen, they ain't got nothing to do with you texting, reaching out.
Right. Come on, Sean, tap in with us, goddammit. We love you. Mitch, you're out there in the deserted land. What is your assessment of where the Suns stand currently, good sir?
I know on Earl's show the other day we were kind of or a few weeks ago at this point, we were kind of talking about it, and Suns fans were freaking out, and I said, the Boston Celtics before the All-Star break were a joke last year. They were like the 13th seed, and no one thought they were going to do anything, and they're kind of taking on Boston Celtics this last year. They went from that really low seed. They started making a comeback. They're finally healthy again. They're back in that they're in that 5th seed, I believe, right now, because Dallas has to play
fifth. We're 5th.
Yeah, so they got that 5th seed. They're doing good. Like, Devin Booker looked great on his pitch count. They won on his little minute count. I don't think they need much. I think they need to continue developing at the end of the day. If they don't win it this year, I think they really need to find a way to move on from Chris Paul. But they have one more year with Chris Paul, in my opinion.
Oh, well, that's something that I had teed up for when our guest gets on. But man, I mean, listen, the Suns had a stretch there where I think, what did they lose, like 9 out of 10 or something wild like that?
They lost, crazy. They lost. Yeah, it was worrying me, Benny. It was worrying me. I was trying to, what the hell is going on? Right? I turned to Ron Isley. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, man, look, somebody save me. Tell me what the hell's going on. But again, it's before the All-Star break. I know the potential of our squad. I know how good we can be, so I ain't really tripping. So, but, I mean, again, what I'm seeing right now, us being able to score the basketball, Ayton is healthy. Book is getting healthy. I still don't think he's 100% healthy, you know what I'm saying? But he's getting back to it. Point guard is still point guard, right? Hey, whatever. We're going to be fine, man.
I mean, they're getting guys back. I mean, and they're shuffling things in the lineup. I mean, and you know, look, I wonder how it's gonna work. I just wonder, like, where DeAndre Ayton's mind is at. Mitch, like, where do you think he falls in? Like, do you think he kind of like wonders, like, kind of wish I took that thing in Indiana? I mean, where do you think he's at with all this?
I think Ayton's fine with where he's at this point. He seems like he's starting to play again. I think his eyes are on the prize. He knows that if they win the prize, he's going to get more money and he's going to get more leeway to go wherever he wants. Do I wish he went to Indiana? Yes. I was actually going to bring up later, I like Sabonis better than I like him, but we can go. Yeah. We can move on from that. And we can talk about it later with Dave King on.
Sabonis.
Well, wow. Yeah. All right. Well, look, thank God we have a professional on to talk about this.
Thank God.
Thank God for our us just talking mess. Right. Joining us from the bright side of the sun in SB Nation, he is clearly draped up and dripped out, know what I'm talking about, and all that Suns gear that we can see right behind him. Give it up, joining us for the first time, our guy and yours, Mr. Dave King. Dave, thank you for joining us, sir. Guys? How are you?
Great.
How we doing?
You're doing really well.
Dave, welcome to the show, man. We surely appreciate you, my man.
Hey, yeah, thanks. I don't know, man. I got a response on the Sabonis over Ayton thing. If you guys, whenever you guys are ready for that one,
please do. Drop it. Shoot, please.
The hottest take.
Well, Sabonis is obviously a very good player, but I just don't see how you can win a championship with him. He's never really been able to carry his teams deep in a playoff, and Ayton's already proven he even steps it up further in the playoffs over what he does in the regular season, and he can play defense as well as offense. And when Sabonis gets into the playoffs, he's going to get exposed on the pick and roll on defense a lot. And so I just don't. I've never been as big a fan of Sabonis as a lot of people, but he's made an all-star team 3 times now, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
So, Dave, here's the thing, man. This is JB, by the way. Nice to meet you. I'm Jeremy Bridges, man, 10-year NFL veteran. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been in the Valley a long time, and so have I. All right. Yeah. So, Mitch tends to say things that he really doesn't know what he's talking about quite often. Right, but the fact that he's such a great stat guy and like he just rattles off random facts, we have to keep him around. So you know, don't look too deep in the things that Mitch says. It's okay.
Well, Dave, that's how you lull people to sleep, right? You give them all the stats and they don't know how to combat it right in the moment, so they just go, okay. Yeah.
They don't understand that that's how our ratings are so high, is because I lull them to sleep. And then they stay watching it for even longer.
So you zombify him. No, it is. You zombify him. I like that. That's cool. I like that. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, good.
Exactly. Well, Dave, we appreciate you. We were talking about this just a second before you got on. Speaking of zombifying people, maybe not understanding what moves could or should be made. The Suns, your Suns, JB Suns, 30-26, 5th in the West, but Lord knows that with a gust of wind, that whole standings can change. We are a few hours away, technically, from the trade deadline. In your expert opinion, do they need to make a move, or are they going to stand pat? What do you think?
Well, they're definitely going to make at least one move. They're going to do something to move Jay Crowder. That bridge has apparently been completely burned. I talked to James Jones one-on-one last week, and he wouldn't even. I mean, he just basically looked away and said, "No, that's not going to happen. He's not coming back." So they're going to do something. I think what they've got is a couple of moves in their back pocket, and they're trying to do something bigger than that. And then whatever they end up with at 1:00 tomorrow, they'll take. That's a minimum. Maximum, they would love to make a big splash. They would love to do something bigger, but for a while now, what have we all heard? I mean, the Spurs want 2 first-round picks for Jakob Poeltl. I mean, what in the world? The Jazz wanted. Lord. Now, here's what's interesting. The Jazz were saying they wanted a first-round pick for each of Conley, Vanderbilt, and Beasley, and yet tonight they traded all 3 to the Lakers for 1. So I think prices are going down. at the end of the day, and a lot more trades will be going through now all of a sudden, now that one did. I think people were waiting for the first team to blink on not requiring the high returns that everyone seems to have been asking for so far this year. So I think we're going to see a bunch of trades tomorrow.
So Dave, in your opinion, as far as the Suns go, we know we're going to shop Crowder. We know that, right?
Yeah.
What is going to be fair to ask for Crowder from other teams? And if before you start, what teams are the front runners? Like 1, 2, 3.
Well, the top front runner, the Milwaukee Bucks want him real bad, but they don't have anything the Suns want. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the last thing I want to see is Grayson Allen in a Suns uniform tripping somebody as they go by.
He might grab your package. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I don't want to see that at all. So the Suns don't want that either, and they'll try to find a third team to, so they can get something back. What the Suns are looking for is something better than Crowder. I mean, Crowder's all right, but they basically replicated him with Torrey Craig this year. And
Craig plays defense.
Yeah, and Craig, exactly. He's been playing really well, and they're just trying to do something a little bit better than that. In the end, if they just trade Crowder for something a little bit less, somebody who can play coming off the bench, maybe as a shooting off the bench is what James Jones said he wanted first and foremost, then that's probably what we'll end up seeing. I think they're going to wait until the last second to see if they can upgrade before they just trade him for just something. Overall, I think the Suns need shooting more. Yeah, the Suns need shooting, and they were thinking about a Malik Beasley type guy from the Wolves. He obviously got traded tonight, so there's other shooters out there. Either of the Morris twins.
Listen. Hey, coming from like one of the Morris twins ain't even playing right now, right? Yeah, bring him back, right?
He was dealt. Whatever. He was dealt in the Kyrie trade.
That doesn't mean he's playing, but he was included in that Kyrie trade.
And then the one, so of course, the one over there in LA. I mean, listen, I'll take him. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap, I'll take him because again, they got an attitude. They play defense. Like, hey, I'm with it. That's a great job, Tim. That's why Tim's like.
The best thing you can do is not put them on the same team. That's all. When they were on the same team, they teamed up on everybody else, and that was bad news. But independently, they've been good players.
Well, look, so the overall feeling and temperament that we're getting is prices are falling as unhappiness is increasing. And we talked about it a little bit. The Drake Crowder name has been thrown out, but as you saw from, I think it was Chris Haynes put it out there. Oh, the leak deals, Dave. Gotta love the leak deals. The Phoenix allegedly, wink, nod, nudge, offered CP3, Jay Crowder, and a first rounder for Kyrie. But do you think it's actually a good idea to move CP3 at this juncture? A year early before a year too late?
Definitely not for Kyrie. That's the last guy I'd want.
Yes,
in a locker room that you're trying to actually make, have a good locker room. No, I'm actually thrilled he went to the Mavs because that's just going to ruin the Mavs. I think that's great. He's a good player, but there's so many distractions. There's so many ways he makes your team worse in the long run that I'm glad he didn't come here. I am a little surprised they were willing to trade Chris Paul, but that tells me more about Chris Paul than it does Kyrie. Chris Paul's a businessman. He's been on 6 teams in his career. He knows, he knows what's up. He can 5 or 6 teams, something like that. He knows what's up, and he will be. He is old now too. Absolutely, almost 38 years old. There are days he can't make a shot anymore.
And he's not aging like LeBron. Just get this right.
He is not aging like fine wine.
No,
He's
sir.
aging like Mad Dog. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my God. The dog 2020. I like this guy. You got to be a staple on this show, Dave. You know what I'm saying? You just made a reference to Mad Dog 2020. You are my God.
Man. Yeah, that's and he's just fallen off pretty quick. So that kind of says more about CP3 than it does their desire for Kyrie. I'm glad they didn't do it for D'Angelo Russell either, because he's not really a guy who can bring you closer to the championship either.
All right, now final thing I'll ask you about the Suns. I am curious about this, especially with you guys being out there. Matt Ishbia and his brother bought the Suns $4 billion from Oh, the old, he's been run out of town. Old Robert Sarver. They have 57% controlling stake with his brother. Then there's 3 minority owners who aren't going to be getting up their stake. So, Dave, from the temperature that you're getting, do you think that he's the guy to right the ship? You know, the Suns have been notorious for running people out of town, and Lord knows what they did to employees during Sarver's tenure. So, do you feel confident in what you've gleaned, witnessed, heard about from the Ishbia brothers? They can get this thing right to make it more of a pristine franchise, if you will.
Well, let's start with the obvious. He hasn't proven anything yet. All he's done is pay some cash.
Just has a lot of money.
We don't really know. He's paid a lot of money, but let's kind of check some boxes here. He paid the most ever for a franchise. Are you really going to nickel and dime after you just committed a $4 billion valuation, of which $2 billion came out of your own pocket? I mean, you're not going to nickel and dime anymore, right away off of that. You're not going to be worried about a couple $1 million here or there in luxury tax. The guy deals in hundreds of millions and billions of dollars at a time. So from that note, I think it's going to be all right. I don't know that he'll be a Steve Ballmer or a Joe Lacob where it doesn't matter how much I spend, because he's not in quite as big a market as LA and Oakland. It's not quite that big, so he doesn't quite have that secondary revenue that teams like the Lakers and the Clippers and the Golden State and those guys have. But I do think he's going to be a lot less worried about trading Kurt Thomas and 2 first-round picks just to get the dude off the books, a year before he should have. He's not going to do that kind of thing.
Listen,
I'm pretty sure.
Dave, look, so, and Vinny asked this question. He knows how I feel about Arizona sports. I was a Suns fan before I became a Cardinal, right? Because of Charles Barkley, right? Yep. And when Vinny says that, it hurts my heart every time he says it, right? You know what I'm saying? The Suns running people out of town. Well, the Arizona Cardinals do the same thing, okay? So we're not even going to get into that, okay? But I'm good with that, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that. I'm going to call Fitz, you know what I'm saying, and shoot the shit with him one day. Just kind of pick his brain about how he feels about what's going on around the Suns organization. But I feel confident that, if this guy, like you said, he's not a penny pincher. He deals with big money all day. And the Suns, one thing that's always like befuddled me about the Suns is that this is Phoenix, Arizona. Most of these people live or party and visit here every offseason. And again, this is their home, right? Why would you not come play here? We got great facilities, right? The weather is bomb. You know what I'm saying? We got Scottsdale. We got Glendale. You can go 2 hours. Right. You can go 2.5 hours away and go see snow if you choose to, right? Yeah. We are a hub, you know what I'm saying? So Houston, LA, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is right here, right now. An easy airport. Like, yeah, I just need him to make some power moves and get some players in here and get us a damn championship, man. Like that's all I want, right? Well,
the market is perfect for it, like you're saying, man. It's perfect. And there's been talk around the league for years that Phoenix should be a destination. It should be in the top 5. You've got Miami, you've got the New York, which actually has found a way not to attract anybody, even worse than Phoenix. You got LA, and you got Phoenix. Phoenix is awesome, and all you got to do is be willing to spend the money. Now, on the another good note about Ishbia is that he is loyal to his market, to his people, to his background. In his big, huge mortgage company, he employs several former Michigan State basketball players from when they were playing. So he's really loyal to people, and he stays loyal to them. And today at the press conference, he's already made connections to guys like Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley and those guys that still live in town. Like you said, people live here year round. Half that 1993 team, when they had the reunion night last week, half of them just live here, and they just drove in to the arena to show up and get celebrated for the 1993 team. It was easy to put that whole team together.
Now, Dave, I don't know if you know it or not, but Benny is an avid Michigan fan, right? So when you say Michigan State, did you see his forehead wrinkle up? Right? he got really upset right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say Michigan State around this dude, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate what you're saying. Loyalty, you got to be loyal to the soil. Yeah. For me to hear that again, it just reaffirms, you know what I'm saying, my okay, right? So right now, Dave, my guy, we got to meet up and have a beer one day, sit and talk.
I'm down.
I am optimistic as hell about Arizona.
I am too. The only worry for me is that he's living 2,000 miles away. He's not moving here.
Well, it's okay. So, as long as you got eyes here, right?
That's it. But he also said, yeah, who is he going to hire for eyes? There was a rumor that he might bring in Isaiah Thomas, the Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, the same dude who got run out of town in New York because of sexual harassment.
Oh, you gonna bring him to Arizona? Oh, my God.
So, but then today he immediately denies, like, no, I have no plans to bring in Isaiah Thomas to the organization. Probably because somebody reminded him, oh yeah, that's the reason you're even owning the Suns right now, is because the former owner did that same crap.
Well,
so
transgressions.
Yeah, you got to know, you got to hire the right people. And he said he needs to hire the right people. So he's got his own eyes and ears and representatives here in town, or just keep the people he's got.
You know what would be great though? Like, I mean, I know we have Jones, you know what I'm saying, in the GM type position or president position in basketball. He really needs to make him like the head of the whole situation, because what he's done since he's walked in the door, right? Oh my God. Bringing talent in the door, making people be excited about coming to play for the Suns, making them stay. I mean, he brought Chris Paul here, you know what I'm saying? He made Book stay here, you know what I'm saying? He made sure they paid him. Like, he's a basketball guy who understands basketball, but yet still he understands basketball players, right? So he knows what it takes to keep them, get them, one, and keep them, two. So if I was him, I'll tap into my most valuable resource, the person who's right there in the organization, and say, look, man, I need you to be the guy, bro. Like, straight out, you are literally the assistant president, you know what I'm saying, and run this damn team and call me. You answer directly to me. Hey, man, it'll be great, I'm telling you.
It's amazing how little credit James Jones gets on a daily basis because he's a quiet guy. He took the worst team in the league for 5 years straight, and in 2 years got them to the finals.
Yep. The finals.
And they're still a contender. And he kept them together.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, and all he's saying is, guys, we're all right. Even this year, with all these injuries, and they're in 5th place in the East. Now they're getting healthy. All they got to do is go on a run, and they'll be right back where they were last year. And it's just a matter of how does the playoffs shake out.
Me personally, I like the 2 through 4 seed. That's all me. I like those seeds, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they've talked about it all year. Sorry, man, really quick. Devin Booker even said on opening day, media day. Well, not media day because they were still talking about Sarver that day, but and then the Dallas loss. But the first opening of training camp, he talked about, we don't need the first seed this year. We don't need to lead the league, lap the league in wins by
best score. Like,
all we need is a top 4 seed. He said it. He said all we need is a top 4 seed, and they're going to end up with it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and by the way, Dave, I was just going to say real quick, James Jones doing this in spite of Sarver's ongoing drama and litigation. All of that madness that could have tore any other team organization.
Spend money.
Tunnel vision, bro. Tunnel
vision. There it is. All right, few more minutes with Dave King, Bright Side of the Sun, SB Nation. We really appreciate him joining us. We're going to shift gears a little bit to just some trade deadline stuff. Mitch, you've been awful quiet in that square of yours, so I'm going to throw it to you because we put another hotly contested short-form content on our social media at JB and Benny Blue. Kyrie Irving dealt to the Mavs. Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, 2027 pick, 22, 29 picks. Mitch, you made the case on social, so we're going to let you make the case on the live stream. Will Kyrie explode, meaning bring out the talent, or implode his new squad? Is the Grim Reaper meme just going to another franchise, Mitch? Make your case.
This makes it so much worse since Dave said he's going to go and totally make Dallas worse, and he's the expert, and I'm over here just talking. I think it actually makes Dallas better. I think they play best at opposite times, and I think they can truly complement each other. Kyrie has the most fourth quarter points out of anyone per game. Luke has the most
random fact
points for everyone per game.
Random
think
fact.
a lot of what was that?
I said random fact. Random fact.
I think that their styles are very different, but they're very complementary toward each other. And I agree with Dave. I don't want Kyrie to the Suns. That would be awful. But I disagree in the fact that I think for the Mavs, he actually might make them better.
So if you don't mind me guys chiming in about Kyrie is going to do great things because he has something to prove right now, right? When Kyrie got traded or asked for a trade, in my mind, I was like, yeah, it was very quiet, and it was time for Kyrie to strike, right? Anytime it gets too quiet, right? Yeah. And there's nothing going on. There's nothing to talk about.
Why was it quiet? Because they were winning.
Kyrie, right? It's like, what do you mean you want to get traded, bro? You okay? Now, we can make the case for the fact, that he felt like he wasn't going to get paid there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother made a great case about it, and how we said and talked about it, and I understand that, right? Because of the situation he had with the Jewish thing and the anti-Semitic thing, and he wasn't going to get paid there. So he, like you said, Dave, about the point guard, is a businessman, right? We know the kid can play basketball. That goes without saying. He's one of the best to do it right now in the NBA. But there's so many flies that come with that shit, right? I mean,
and Kyrie looks at all of them.
Oh, yeah. He talks, you know what I'm saying, meditates, and whatever he does with every one of these flies.
Yeah, sages the arena, the whole thing.
Right.
He names them.
every inch of the arena, he says the shit out there. Oh, my God.
Incense, that's right. Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
Well, David,
it seems like you're going to have a counterpoint to Mitch.
I might have a counterpoint. My counterpoint, actually, let's for a moment pretend that Kyrie can actually go 3 months without being completely idiotic and getting himself suspended. Let's pretend that even if he is idiotic, Mark Cuban doesn't suspend him because Mark Cuban only cares about the on-court product. Let's pretend he's actually playing 35 minutes a night with Luka Doncic. Luka, what does he do? He pounds the ball for 24 seconds every possession until he either makes the shot or throws the pass to take a shot. What's Kyrie going to do? He's going to stand there looking for the ball. He's going to stand there waiting for the ball. And then when Luka is dumb enough to pass off the ball early in a shot clock, Luka's never going to see it again because Kyrie's going to figure out, who would you rather taking a shot? Kyrie is a great shot maker. But would you rather him taking a contested whirly dervish 18-footer, or would you rather Luka barreling in and forcing free throws or getting the open three?
Go to line, yeah.
Kyrie's taking stuff away from Luka. That's why I think they're not going to be as good.
Okay. All right.
Interesting
point.
They're going and Kyrie is going to make noise about it. He's going to make faces. He's going to make comments. He's going to say we should share the ball more. Remember when he was like, we're going to own this team together with the Nets, me and Sean and Joe Tsai, and we're going to manage this team together. Imagine him just saying, oh, this is Luka's team. No, he's not. He's going to say, this is me and Luka's team after a few days, a few games, whatever it is. It's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun to watch, yeah.
For someone who doesn't like the
Mavericks. If nothing else, right?
I've never been a fan of the Mavericks.
Right. Well, there's still, there's right. There you go. Well, look, we'll see how it plays. They're in the hunt for staying out of the play-in, and we'll see what's up with that. But Dave, you tweeted this out right before joining us about the price tag of this. Speaking about questionable deals, just so we can kind of react to it because it just happened. They finally got Winter Westbrook. He goes to Utah. They get D'Angelo Russell back to his drafting team. Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, Conley goes to Minnesota. JTA and Damon Jones go to Utah, and there's a bunch of picks exchange. Blah blah blah. Your instant reaction to seeing the Lakers finally busting a move?
Yeah, my instant reaction is that the Lakers did great in this trade, and I hate it because they've gone how many straight years by doing terrible on their own? Like LeBron made himself their pre-agent. LeBron is the one who got Anthony Davis over there. But then they traded for Westbrook and gave up 2 years worth of contention. I mean, I loved it because I'm a Suns fan, not a Lakers fan. But this trade actually makes the Lakers a lot better. Anytime you can subtract Russell Westbrook, that's a win. Then you bring in a guy and D'Angelo Russell, who he obviously thinks he's better than he is, but it can play. And you bring in the Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley. They become much more functional. Now, will they beat anybody in a playoff series? That's totally still up to Anthony Davis and LeBron James and how they're feeling at the time. But are they more likely to be in the playoffs now? Yeah, they are. That was a good trade for them.
So, Dave, I just try to follow you on Twitter, and for whatever reason, it said I can't do it. I guess Twitter's not working well today.
That's a thing that's been happening to everybody. Yeah, that's
Twitter.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Well, what's funny is I'm sitting at work and I'm trying to watch for news and stuff, and Twitter's broken. I'm like, well, how am I going to find out if any trades happen?
Right,
Maybe I should pay attention at work.
That's a great thing to say about you, Dave. You know what? I'm glad you said that because I was trying to tell people about Twitter. Twitter is the source, right? And Twitter, we need you to get y'all shit together. Like, damn, come on now.
Especially basketball.
Dave. Right. Dave, finally with the trade deadline, you hearken the name of Anthony Davis, who was conspicuously, let's just say, we referenced zombies already in this episode. He wasn't exactly mentally present when our guy and yours, one LeBron Ramon James, broke the scoring record. I'm just gonna put it out there. Does LeBron need to request a trade this offseason? There's always this, he wants to stay in LA and his production company and all this stuff. He's got to be sick of this shit, Dave. Stand on the table for why he needs to demand a trade or not. We need something here.
LeBron, I think, is to the point in his career where last night, okay, I can't speak for LeBron, but it felt like he was more excited about his own scoring title than he
speak
is
for
about
him.
the
Speak
Lakers
for him.
season. I'll speak. Okay. He's looking for, this is like the checking boxes at the end of my career. I'm not really sure he, is, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to demand a trade. He's happy in LA because of all the deals, the endorsement deals, being in Hollywood, being around his family. He's just going to complain about, the team building and all that probably, but I don't know. As long as the Lakers promise to sign his son in 2 years, he's going to stay there.
So
if the Lakers do not promise to sign his son in 2 years now and put it in blood, then he might demand a trade to somebody who will.
Cut the poem and put it in blood.
No, we talking about. Are we talking about Hollywood blood or like real blood? Like,
right. Illuminati
what's funny is
JB, you're making faces.
Last night, Bronny was on the court last night next to LeBron, and they're saying he's a 4-star athlete or whatever. He's not nearly as tall as was he 6'1", 6'2"? I don't know.
So,
can you be a great athlete or a great prospect if you're not tall anymore?
So Bronny, the thing about Bronny that makes him special is that he's explosive. He can do anything on the court, right? Except for playing the paint, right? You know what I'm saying? So 1 through 3, he's cool there, right? You know what I'm saying? And he's a hell of a defender. He wasn't blessed, you know what I'm saying, with LeBron's height, you know what I'm saying, and size. He's got mama's genes, right? It's okay. Because we see that he's a hell of a ball player. Good. It's crazy because he wears 0 because of his uncle, Russell Westbrook, right? He is a better version of Russell Westbrook, a smarter version of Russell Westbrook. He's explosive, he's strong, he's going to be a tenacious defender, right, and so on and so forth. But, I've never liked Anthony Davis. Never. And Brittany knows this. I've never been an Anthony Davis fan. I think this dude is a fraud. I call him Mr. Glass regularly.
For anyone who says DeAndre Ayton's soft, let me just throw it out there. Anthony Davis is softer.
Woo! You talking about Charmin versus a marshmallow? Oh, you talking about Charmin versus a marshmallow? At this point, Ayton is penitentiary tissue compared to what I'm saying. What Davis is. Davis is still a marshmallow.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And look, like I said, Ayton is straight jail tissue. You know what I'm saying? It'll scratch your ass, right? You know what I'm saying? So he's gotten hardened from all the shit he's heard. So yeah, that's a lot. Davis, but it be your own kind. It's always your own people. Like I saw a picture on Twitter today of the whole celebration where Patrick Beverley just looks stupid everywhere he goes, right? And then you got Anthony Davis just sitting there like, your man, your guy, your boy just won the scoring title, basically, right? He's the all-time scorer in basketball.
He's just dead face
History.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be your guy. Y'all smoke cigars together and drink Lobos together, you know what I'm saying? And all that, whatever else LeBron owns, y'all do that together.
Blaze Pizza.
Right, all that. Mojo, Blaze, it don't whatever, all that shit. It don't matter what. LeBron got it all. And Anthony Davis is right there reaping the benefits. And he's sitting there. Come on, dog.
You know who I felt sorry for was Kareem. Like the dude, we don't realize it because he looks so good, but he's 75 years old. So people were posting on Twitter his expression, like he looked confused or
he was tired,
or whatever. He was tired. He's 75 years old.
He want to go to sleep.
I have parents that are in that age. They can't make facial expressions anymore. It's like he's too old for this stuff. And people were saying he's not happy about LeBron winning the no, he's just tired. Can you do this at 2?
Oh my God. Well, Dave, look, that's a nice way to put a bow on it. We appreciate your parting shot with Dave as an A. That's our style, Dave. We appreciate that. You dropping the mic on that one. We appreciate you joining us. You will be back. We really appreciate you joining us. I know it's a busy time for you, so we'll let you go. That is Dave King, Bright Side of the Sun. Check him out, SB Nation. I've been reading his articles, checking them out even before he got on the show. And we appreciate you, good sir. We really do.
Thank you so much for having me on.
We'll talk soon, man. I'll follow you when I can, and we'll talk, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, brother.
Sure. That is Dave King joining us, man. That was fun. JB was nicely knowledgeable on the show. You know what I mean?
That was
nice.
Good. Yeah, right. Without a doubt, right. It's, as opposed to Mitch. As opposed to Mitch.
I feel like this is definitely shots at me right now. It's
what? No.
Guy on the show.
I mean, he's affiliated with the organization. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just the guy.
Yes.
No, Dave
all right.
Amazing.
So
he was better than I even thought he was going to be, and I thought
was great.
He did great,
that was
man.
Great. Reviewers, drop in the comments. Follow us at JB and Benny Blue, and let us know what you thought about all that talk about Suns NBA trade deadline. You know we're going to be chopping this up and throwing this up on our social medias and all that stuff. So we appreciate you hanging with us. So look, man, we're not going to waste any time. We are going to get into one of our favorite segments. But it's the NFL version. It is the Don't Be Dumb Awards for the 2022 NFL season, courtesy of one Jeremy Eugene Bridges III Esquire, and he has his patented categories. And we're going to start with the first one, JB. It is the You Almost Had Us Fooled Award. Explain this one and the nominees, good sir.
So, okay, you almost had us fooled. Again, I should have put again. Kirk Cousins, we thought you were going to lead the team to the Super Bowl. Wrong. Dak Prescott, we thought you were going to lead the team to the Super Bowl. Wrong. Tom Brady, we thought you were almost back. Wrong. And Brock Purdy, wrong. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to say.
Mitch. Close your ears, Mitch.
Wrong. You were in a system. You were in a system that made you look good. You had hella talent around you. Again, wrong. Right? Put your ass somewhere where ain't shit cracking, and your ass will be lacking. Understand me? All right. So that's that award. You almost fooled us. You almost fooled us. Almost had us. Right.
Right. Well, with a drum roll, please, and containing 50% of the vote, the winner of the You Almost Had Us Fooled Award.
I know who this is.
Mr. Cole's Cash himself.
Oh, you
like that. Kirk Cousins. JB, tell him what he's won, baby.
Kirk Cousins, you won a bus of all the teams that you played for and you disappointed, right? That's exactly what you won. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like a revolving head of every team that you played for, you disappointed. So you can see everybody that you almost had. All right, Kirk Cousins, please, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, everybody was so ecstatic about the Vikings, man. Y'all got Kirk Cousins for a quarterback. Wasn't going to happen.
And remind Kirk what he needs to do, JB.
Don't be dumb, sir. All right.
There it is. All right. The next award brought to you by Jeremy himself, the Close But No Cigar Award. JB, what is this one about? And explain the nominee.
Close But No Cigar, okay? Again, the Minnesota Vikings, the season, oh, they were amazing. The defense, oh, Kirk Cousins, the offense, shut the fuck up, right? Buffalo, right? Going ham until they went baloney. Dallas Cowboys, what the fuck made y'all think that Dallas was going to actually win a championship? Have y'all not been following history? And San Francisco, I ain't got to talk about this right now because Purdy was their quarterback, right? It wasn't going to do it, right? Close, but no cigar.
All right, and with the drum roll, please, with 50% of the vote, as voted by you, the reviewers out there, the winner of the Close But No Cigar Award is Mafia. It's the Bills Mafia. JB, tell them what they won.
How disappointing are you? They won one big lump of snow with mustard and ketchup on it, right? That's what you win, right? We're going to freeze it and make sure it's in a cool, contained unit. It's got ketchup and mustard on it, you know what I'm saying, and a table over it, right? Listen, we talked about this on the podcast, right? JB and Benny Blue, episode 249, if you guys don't know what you listen to. But Josh Allen is a reckless ball player, and it hurt them in the long run, right? So, again, close but no cigar, because everybody's predicting them to win the Super Bowl this year. Sorry for you. And Bills.
And as always,
I love you guys. Don't be dumb. All right.
Oh, sorry, Bills Mafia. We love you. All right.
Sorry.
Third award of the evening. It's JB's Fake Tough Guy Award. What you got
Now,
this one?
fake tough guy, you know what I'm saying? Because I played in the NFL for 10 years, bro. Right? And there's some guys that'll get down with the get down, and some guys that really ain't about that life, right? Everybody in this category ain't about that life, right? First of all, Josh Allen started more fights and walked away from more fights this season you can possibly imagine. Call him a little pistol starter, right? Nick Bosa is okay until everything starts going bad, as we saw in the NFC Championship. All right, Joey Bosa can't stay healthy. He's worse off than his brother. And then, of course, he's trying to fight people outside of fucking Lincoln Financial Field because he's drunk. You know what I'm saying? As people call him out, fake tough guy. And then George Kittle, right, who had the audacity to basically take a shot at the Philadelphia Eagles after they beat Dallas, of all people, about their physicality. Well, George Kittle, you saw what the fuck that physicality do, right? And your teammates did too. So, fake tough guys, all four of them, right? We can lump them all together if you ask me. But hey, what we got, baby?
There can only be one, according to you, the reviewers, voting with 62.5% of the vote. The winner of the Fake Tough Guy Award for 2022 is from your Los Angeles, San Diego, San Antonio, Barstow Superchargers. It is one Joey Bosa. Tell him what he's won.
Joey Bosa, we're going to send you a replica of the Super Bowl ring that Philadelphia is going to win this Sunday coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because you were in there, the Lincoln Financial Field. The link. Yeah. It's going to be full of Cubans and it's going to be fucking foil. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're going to get a replica of that ring since you walked in there to watch your brother play. That's great. Right, but the fact that you're getting into it with people outside telling them you're rich and shit, like you's a bitch. You's a bitch. You ain't rich. You's a bitch. You are rich, but you's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is. And Mr. Bosa, both you Bosas, right? As a matter of fact, when is the next raid on the Capitol? Don't be dumb, goddammit. All right, weirdo.
And finally, it's another team award. It is JB's If They Only Had a Coach Award.
If they only had a coach, there'd be a better football team. Of course, this shit back here. All right, the Denver Broncos, we saw what happened as soon as that guy got let go. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Russell threw like double the touchdowns he had all season in like 4 games. The Indianapolis Colts.
4 in 4 games.
The Indianapolis Colts, Saturday, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then the Bears, right? They just hired a new guy, right? Just hired a new guy, but
Eberflus.
Trash. All right, run it. Let's go.
Yep. There you go. Well, according to the reviewers, based on their votes, it was a tie. But based on it being his awards and his tie break, the winner of the If They Only Had a Coach Award is JB's former employer, the Arizona Cardinals, with JB's Senate tie break. Tell them what they won.
As it should be. I'm sorry. As it should be, right? Listen, man, this category was inspired by the fact that we haven't hired a head coach yet, right? So if we had a coach, we'd be a better football team, point blank, period. I don't give a fuck what kind of attitude Kyler Murray got. Eventually, veteran players will take over the locker room and make sure a little man gets on the same page mentally as what's going on, right? So if we only had a coach, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They put their faith in somebody and he miserably let them down. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Arizona Cardinals, you know what I'm saying? You get my hand slapped back like this because if y'all hire somebody who's fucked up again, well, back out, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm laying this bitch loose, right? Literally, are y'all getting a bust on my hand, tattoos and all, bicep, all that big hand? Because, look, if y'all hire some bullshit this time, I'm coming up there, y'all going to arrest me, right? And then I'm literally going to, you know what I'm saying, declare my allegiance to Philly.
Wow. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Are you putting that on wax? If they fuck up again, you're.
Yo, I'm tired of this shit, bro. So they will go from my number 1 team to my number 2 team. Period. They'll go from my number 1 team to my number 2 team. Is what it is.
This went from one of my worst days to one of the greatest days ever. JB announcing that he might be done with the Cardinals, the officially number 1 day ever. And I had a bad day. So thank you, JB.
I'm timestamping this.
Mitch, I'm glad I could make your day. Yeah, really though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Mitch, you should not ever have a bad day. You're the type of guy that should always have good days, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, you should, man. You deserve that, right?
And what can the Cardinals do, Dr. Bridges?
Don't be dumb. Like, especially right now. Don't be fucking dumb, man. Listen, the two guys that y'all narrowed it down to, hey, I'm good with both of them, right? Just hire someone and let's develop a culture. Hey, come on, let's do this, man.
All right, so that's JB's patented Don't Be Dumb Awards NFL edition for the 2022 season. Right before we make our official review, NFL Super Bowl 57 picks, JB's got a little bone to pick, a little flame to light, if you will, and that means only one thing. It is time for a patented edition of JB's Burning, and he has an issue with a certain analyst, and we use that term loosely, talking about one Jalen Hurts. Dr. Bridges, what do you got for Chris Sims, sir?
Chris Sims, I don't know why you continue to talk about the system of the Philadelphia Eagles without the center point, right? I don't understand that shit. You were a mediocre quarterback. Me and Chris Sims came out the same year together, right? Class of 03. We played in the Senior Bowl together. I used to call him Lil Phil. He used to hate that shit. And it's okay, right? You are an analyst on NBC because your dad's name is Phil Sims, right? Point blank, period. Like, let's just call a spade, right? You got grandfathered in, but you're trash, right? You're horrible, right? You sputter and stutter on TV. You know what I'm saying? The things that you say aren't relevant. And you constantly go out of your way to try to downgrade Jalen Hurts. Why? You just recently got caught again, you know what I'm saying, talking about how other defenses have so much to worry about besides Jalen Hurts. When, again, the man went out for 2 games, and they lost both of them, right? Now, no disrespect to the Mississippi mustache, Garner Minshew, because you're from the SIP, you know what I'm saying? SIP proud, we love that. But, look, man, the guy is the guy, period. Right? He's the guy. Let him be. He's grown. He's mature. He's learned. He's applying. Stop hating on the man because you wasn't shit when you played football, man. Like, for real. That is what it is. That's the bottom line. Stop hating on the young man because you wasn't shit when you played, bro. You wasn't good enough. You wasn't good enough to adapt. You wasn't smart enough to learn fucking schemes. You wasn't smart enough to read defense. You just wasn't the guy. But all of a sudden now you're smart enough to talk about the position. Boy, sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere. For real. Straight up.
There it is. Little burning from Dr. Bridges on one Chris Sims. Well, gentlemen, it is time. We have reached the end of the NFL season, which can only mean one thing. The Super Bowl. It is in the desert. State Farm Stadium. Things are going to be happening. Deals are going to be made. People are getting tipsy. A whole lot of things are going to happen.
They're going to come on vacation and leave on probation, buddy. You
better talk about it. That's right. It is the Chiefs and the Eagles, and it is time right now for us to make our patented Super Bowl 57 Savage picks. That's right. We've reached that time. It is the Chiefs. The Eagles are the home team. The line is 1.5. Sunday, 3:30 Pacific, 4:30 Mountain Time, 6:30 Eastern. Mitchell, starting with you, who is your pick for this game?
God, I don't like this one. I don't want Philadelphia to win at all. I hate you, Philadelphia fans, with a fiery passion. I stand by this. You can go and totally tweet at the show by any means necessary. Don't tweet at my personal account. The show's account is where you tweet those hateful things. I think they win, though, and I don't want to say that, but I think I got Philadelphia. Also, every time I say Philadelphia loses, they actually win. So I'm hoping to totally do a reverse curse where I say Philadelphia wins, so they loses. So once again, tweet at JB and Benny Blue Review Twitter account, not at my personal Twitter account.
First of all, Mitch, your personal Twitter account probably has no profile picture, and you're looking at fucking OnlyFans accounts. Let's be real.
It's got a unicorn. It's got a unicorn on there with a rainbow behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's his profile. I don't remember
the last time I accessed it. It probably doesn't exist anymore. So you can tweet at that one also.
That's hacked. It got hacked. It got hacked by the same people that did the spy balloon. They took over your fucking Twitter account. Oh my god!
Right.
All right, so he's taking the Birds again to his own dismay. JB, who do you got, sir?
I got Philly, man, just because of the simple fact that I think that matchup wise, Philly matches up very well with Kansas City in every aspect, and they're better in most position groups than Kansas City is. Point blank, period. Offensive line being one of them, defensive line being another. Linebacker quarter kind of what for what, to be honest. But at the same time, defensive backfield, Philly advantage, right? Quarterback-wise, of course, they're going to say Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he's been in the system longer. Hey, he's a great guy, you know what I'm saying? But talk about play, they're neck for neck. They're right there. Both of them are the front runners for MVP, right? And so when it's all said and done, Philly's going to get the win because Philly is going to play a more physical brand of football that I don't think Kansas City defensively is going to be able to match, right?
Okay, that's interesting. So taking a look at the matchup, it's an intriguing styles make fights matchup, right? Because you look at what Philly's doing. Yes, but you are in fact in parts unknown. Jesus Christ, you can be on witness protection when the people come after you. I mean, trenches, you got to probably give the advantage to Philly. Quarterback, probably slight edge to old Patty Mahomes, only for the simple fact that he's been there before. Coaching probably is going to go to the Chiefs. Physicality is going to go to the Eagles. I would probably even give special teams to the Eagles. They are going to have an advantage on defense as well. My question going into this game is, if it becomes a true shootout, can the Eagles keep up? If that's what needs to happen to win this game, can the Eagles keep up with it?
To be completely honest with you, Benny, and I understand where you're going with that because quote unquote Kansas City offense is supposed to be better. But if you look at the stats, I'm almost certain that the Eagles scored more points yearly game wise than Kansas City did. Right. So they can score the football. And let's not forget the defensive backfield of Kansas City is not it. Right.
Yeah.
And one of the strengths of Philly is their receiving core. Right? Them cats are athletic, they're strong, they're fast, right? So they got to beat you up with 11, you know what I'm saying? They got 6 and 16 that'll just run past your ass, right? So they can throw it short and go long. And let's not forget their tight end, right? So matchup wise, again, Kansas City's going to have their fucking hands full, right? You know what I'm saying? Defensively. Spagnuolo is going to try to bring a lot of pressure. And what I'm telling you is going to happen is that Jalen Hurts is going to use his feet to get those first downs, right, and keep those drives going. And they're going to have to designate somebody to watch him, and that's going to fuck them over clean because they ain't really got they ain't got bodies for that.
So
true.
I just want to point out that with your analysis of Eagles scoring more or Kansas City scoring more, you're both wrong. They scored the exact same.
Wow.
Spider-Man meme. That's right.
Spider-Man meme.
I love it.
It's nice.
Well,
great job, Mitch.
If that's the case, if they're equally yoked, as they say on offense, you can never, in the game like this, you can never discount the team that has the experience of winning the title. You just can't. So for that reason, I am taking the Chiefs by 3, and I don't know what we want to do, but now that there's a 3 of us, why don't you two are taking the Eagles, I'm taking the Chiefs. For the entertainment of the reviewers, let's put something on it. What do we got? Some sort of bet. Doesn't have to be monetary. We got to figure out some sort of bet.
All right, look, we'll post that shit on social media. All right, we'll post our bet on social media. All right, we have gone over our good hour. Right.
Let the record show we are putting some on it. God damn it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put it on Twitter, right? And Mitch, with your unicorns and rainbows, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have your shit up there too. Right.
At user 77379.
Right. Yeah. Well. So the people know we're gonna put something on it. But other than that, man, this has been the JB and Benny review, episode 249. Right. We appreciate Dave for coming on. Benny, put Dave's IG back on one more time, please.
Yes, so that we can at see Dave King NBA.
All right, good deal. I don't know if that's but I know that's Twitter. So that's Twitter. I don't know if that's IG, but that's Twitter. But we appreciate you guys for checking in at episode 249. Final thoughts, man. Look, enjoy yourself this weekend. I'm talking to the Valley right now. All right, enjoy yourself this weekend because we got the Open going on. All right, if you ain't never been to the Waste Management Open, crazy. One word, we got,
People drink.
we got the Super Bowl going on, right?
Yes.
So again, guys, girls, be safe, please. All right, we want to make sure that you guys are good. Have a good time, have fun, all right? But please protect yourselves, you know what I'm saying, and be smart, which I know this is like speaking French to most of y'all, but I had to say it, right? Episode 249 of JB and Benny Blue Review. Yes. All right, if you want to holler at us, man, all social media platforms at JB and Benny Blue. You can get with us, you know what I'm saying, even TikTok, right? Let them know. All right. Yes. Of course, our individual Instagrams at 73KingJB73 and at Benny Blue Eyes himself, like it's always been. Mitch has one, but again, he don't look at it. All right. But casualsports.com, the best online streaming radio service in the world. All right. Again, casualsports.com. You want to hear our podcast on the radio. All right. Right there, casualsports.com. Shout out to the whole crew. Right, y'all know who y'all are. I'm not going to do all that. $1 will get you our melodious voices. Patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue. Give us that damn dollar. Hear us in podcast form. Sponsorship, interviews, new music, hate mail. JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com. Get with us. We will get back with you. Episode 249, Money Making Mitch. Appreciate you, sir. All right.
Yes.
Always great day. One more time. You are a guy, you know what I'm saying? David. He will be back. He will be back, right? Because basketball is about to really kick up. Benny, always my brother. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I will be in LA in the next few days. Yes, Sparrow Rain's birthday is coming up, right? So,
yes. And you know what else is coming up? Episode
250 Super Bowl. It's so for it to fall on Super Bowl, like the week after the Super Bowl, man, that's crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, hey. Good things going on, great things going on. Episode 249, JB and Benny Blue Review. We gonna holler at you, man.
Yes, we're out, people. Peace.